Hey guys, it's Marshall Mathers IV here, back to you today with another video. And in today's video, this will be a part 2 to my message to Black Americans. And I have to make a part 2 because unfortunately my video automatically cut off again like the stupid bitch it is at 47 minutes and 5 seconds into the video. And I wasn't even able to make a fucking 50-minute video. I can't even make a 50-fucking-minute video without it cutting off at 47 minutes and 5 seconds. So what I was about to say at the end of my previous video of my message to Black Americans was that I never got to go to school with any black people. No black men or women. Zero. None. None at all. Not a single one of you. And I would have wanted and loved to have gone to school with black men and women. I would have loved to have fully experienced and embraced and got used to, familiar with, and normalized to Black American men and women. But I didn't get to have that experience growing up. I didn't have that opportunity and chance. I didn't have that privilege. And so now I just view you guys as aliens, as a different species. And I feel that way about even other races and cultures of people that I didn't get to experience. And it pisses me off so much that most of you who get to be born and raised in the cities, knowing that I didn't get to be myself, and I didn't get to experience not a single one of you, not one black man or woman growing up that I was able to interact with physically and socially and make friends with, or at least try to, and just get used to, familiar with, and normalized to either a black man or woman growing up. And it's not like I would have wanted to just get used to one or the other. I would have wanted to get used to both. But I didn't have that opportunity and chance. I didn't have an experience of that growing up. I didn't have a taste of that. So tomorrow I'll be 24 years old, and I will still not have experienced diversity growing up. And I can't go back to my childhood. I can't even go back to my teens, as much as I wish I could. And even if a time machine existed, I would still be the same age. It's not like even if time machines existed, I would be able to reverse my age. I wish I had the power to not only reverse my age, but to go back in time. But I don't have that power. I don't have that ability. And I missed out on experiencing both diversity and living in a city since I was a kid and a teenager. I missed out on both those two time periods in my life. And in my childhood, I was actually very happy, kind, sweet, friendly, loving, caring. I didn't have hatred, anger, jealousy, or envy in my heart or in my mind at all whatsoever. And being able to experience diversity and living in a city would have been literally the best in my childhood. Why? Because that was the happiest time period in my life, personally. Because my teen years were shit. They were hell on earth, emotionally and mentally. Ever since I was 15 in 2012, I've just suffered like crazy emotionally and mentally for years, up until this very point in time, almost until the age of 24. And of course, I'll still be suffering after that. And I don't think my life is ever gonna get better. But, like I was just saying in my previous video too, you Black Americans are so unappreciative and so ungrateful for all the blessings that so many of you have, especially when it comes to those of you who are born and raised in cities, you have so much to look forward to. So much. So much great things to look forward to. Getting a job in your teens. Just having everything so close together, which is such a nice and wonderful convenience to have, which you only really get when you live in a city. And also, there's so much diversity. I mean, I don't know if you Black Americans really care all that much about diversity, and you probably don't, because the majority of you already have experienced so much of it ever since you were kids and teenagers, so you don't really care that much about it anymore. It doesn't really mean anything to you, and so of course it won't, because you have experienced that shit since you were children, since you were teenagers. So of course and obviously it only makes sense that you're going to get to the point in your life, probably in your late teens or early 20s, where you're going to be like, it's not that big of a deal. I don't really care about it that much. It's whatever. It is what it is. So of course you're going to be like that. Same way if you're someone who grew up with your very own personal gaming consoles and video games, like most people, regardless of the race, or if you're someone who had a gaming computer since your teens, you're going to get to the point in your life where you're not going to care about it anymore. It's not going to mean anything to you. You're going to get bored of it and sick and tired of it, because the happiness and joy from that will only last so long. So it only makes sense that no matter what you experience or have in life so long, it will get to the point where you become bored of it, sick and tired of it. And I'm pretty sure many of you don't even really care to live in the city that much. And even a lot of you, even when you want to retire, you want to either move to rural areas or small towns. But it's like, where were you guys when I was growing up in a rural area? Where were you blacks or other minority races or groups? Where were you when I was living in a small, predominantly white town? Seriously, where were you? Oh, I know. You were living in a city. Living your just fast lane, fancy city life. It just pisses me off. And it makes me so jealous and envious of so many of you. It makes me hate you and angry at you. And, you know, I'm not saying that it's right or fair or just or good that I feel the way about Black Americans or Black people in America that I do, but I do genuinely and sincerely feel this way, because I have longed and yearned for so many years in my teens to experience Black people, and I never got to. Not at all. No Black men or women. None. Not a single one. 0 one of you. And it breaks my heart. It caused me so much heartache over the years. And you know, of course, that's going to seem weird and odd and strange or whatever. This guy just is so fixated on us. He's so obsessed with us. He wishes he was black. Not necessarily. I don't wish I was black. I just wish I could have been as cool as so many of you. I wish I could have had the opportunity and chance to become ghetto, to become hood, to become street, or just simply I wish I could have been equally as cool and awesome and dope as so many of you are. But I'm not, and I never will be. I'm a lousy, lame, pathetic, pitiful, worthless, stupid, idiotic, moron, retarded, white, like country, small town boy who's just so whack, corny, and cringy. And that's all I'll ever be. And I don't even fit into the country, because I'm not country. I don't even fit into small, predominantly white towns. I don't belong anywhere. I don't fit in anywhere. And I'm telling you the truth. And, you know, the way I just see so many of you Black Americans in your lives, you guys just have so much to live for. You have so much excitement and adventure in your lives. You have so much happening and going on. in your lives compared to mine. You have so much to be happy about, so much to be grateful and appreciative about. And a lot of times you just don't see it. You're just blind to all the good things that you have in your life to be so happy and grateful and appreciative about. I mean, I would love to have the life that so many of you have. And I wish I did. I wish I had what you guys have yourselves, but I don't, and probably never will. And even though I'm angry about that, I have to live with that. I have to accept that. I have to deal with that. And it crushes me. It breaks my heart. It damages me, knowing that I'll probably never have as good of a life as most black people in America. And it's unfair. It's unjust. It's not right that me being a white guy didn't have at least as good of a life and upbringing like most black Americans. But I don't, and I never did, and that's the reality of things. That is the circumstance and case of when it comes to my life personally. And you know, when I see so many of you black Americans, I see that, one, so many of you are born and raised in cities, unfair, that you get to experience since your childhood, unfair, and you get to experience a shit ton of diversity since you were kids and teenagers up until whatever age you are at currently, unfair. You get to have so many jobs to choose from in your teens because cities are where most jobs obviously are, and also the best paying jobs, unfair. You get to have your black clubs or whatever, unfair. You get to have all the parties and fun and excitement and adventure that you guys have time and time again. You get to travel to other cities. If you become a rich Instagram slut or something, unfair. Like, I just see that so many of you have the good life. From the way it looks to me, it looks like you guys have heaven on earth, paradise on earth. You just have the good life, the American dream, that I never got to be a part of. I never got to be associated with. I never got to have an experience or taste of myself. I never got to enjoy myself personally, unlike most of you. And even people of other races, including white people. And you know, one thing that really pisses me off is that so many white liberals literally, honest to God, kiss the ass of so many black Americans in this country. Literally. No lie. No shit. So many white people who are also born and raised in cities will defend black Americans who believe in these stupid ass liberal narratives. And you know, I probably would have been the same way. Honest to God, I'm just going to say right now, I would have probably been the same exact way had I been raised in a city. And if I would have gotten brainwashed and manipulated, I would have probably been doing the same thing. I would have probably been kissing black people's ass and having their balls so down my throat like the white people from the cities do, who defend black people as if they can't defend themselves. And I think it's so annoying and irritating every time I see videos of stupid bitch-ass white liberals from cities like defending their oh so precious black men and women friends. Like, give me a fucking break. It's so sickening and disgusting. Nasty. It's just so messed up. It's just hilariously sad. And they just kiss the ass of so many black people. And I think it's ridiculous that we live in a country, in a time period in this world where, oh, you can't say anything offensive about black people. Oh no, man, you can't say that. No, that's bad. That's wrong. I can't believe you're saying that about them. They're such wonderful, awesome, amazing, incredible, fantastic, innocent, holy, righteous, pure people. Like, no, everybody sucks. Everybody's stupid. Everybody's an idiot. Everybody's a moron. Everybody's a retard to some extent in degree. Just some more than others. And you know, like, I mean, I'm telling you guys the truth. I probably would have been a liberal had I been raised in the city, because guess who runs cities in America? You know who runs them? Anyone want to take a guess? Anyone? Liberals. You know why liberals run and control cities? You know why? Because they love them. They're obsessed with them. Just like black Americans are obsessed with and love the cities they're from. They get that obsession and love from liberals because most black Americans are literally enslaved to the Democrat Party and vote. And you know what else? Cities are liberals' utopia. Why? Because liberals don't believe in God. They're atheists and Satanists. And so this world is all they have. This world is the only thing they live for. So cities are liberals' heaven on earth. And that explains why so many black people in America make cities out to be heaven on earth. Literally. Make them look like the greatest places to live. And the greatest places to visit and even live in. And especially if you've been raised in there since you were a baby or a child or in your early teens. And even when it comes to cities that black people aren't from, they want to go to them. Like they always want to go to Las Vegas or New York or Atlanta, Georgia or Los Angeles or whatever. They just want to go to city after city after city after city after city after city after city. That's like literally so many black people in America. And you know what? What's also kind of funny and interesting about black Americans is the fact that even when it comes to cities that they're not from, that they never lived in, they'll get to an age in their life where they'll want to move to another city. They'll get bored, sick, and tired of the city they were born in, raised in, blah, blah, blah. And then at around age 18, 19, 20, or 21, 22, 23, 24, they'll want to move to another city. And then another one. And then another one. And then another one. And then another one. Like, it's just so repetitive. But so many black Americans do it. Because their love and obsession and attraction to cities seems like it will never die. It will never end. I mean, it's something. It really is something. I don't know what else to say. Like, I pretty much said, like, the main things I wanted to say in my previous video. And I'm glad I did, but I wish I didn't have to make a part 2. This annoys the fuck out of me, but I hate it how when I'm trying to record a video and it will stop every single fucking time at 47 minutes and 5 seconds exactly. That annoys the hell out of me. It is so annoying and irritating how that happens so much, especially because I have an SD card on my phone of 64 gigabytes. Some of them are used up, and so now I only have like 55 to 59 gigabytes on it, which is still a lot. And knowing how much that is, and knowing that I'm making my videos using the storage on the SD card, I should literally be able to make like an hour-long video. But for some odd reason, every single time, it stops at exactly 47 minutes and 5 seconds, which I guess is still kind of long, but I mean, I wish I could make an hour-long video or even longer. And if only I would have gotten a phone that had, oh, I don't know, 32 gigabytes or even more like 64 gigabytes, that would have been much better than a lousy, lame, pathetic 16 gigabytes. But, I mean, I pretty much said everything I wanted to say in this video, so let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. I'm out.